What's up guys, Ivan here with getivan.com, and in this video we're going to be looking at the Scrapebox Automator premium plugin, and we're going to be creating a really simple sequence for grabbing emails um, between separate files. And the reason for that, let me go ahead and look into one of my servers here and blow this up. The reason for that is that Scrapebox cannot really handle more than 150 URLs or so without really freezing up because of thread locks. And so oftentimes I will make sure that my URL samples are less than 100K so that it can get through the list really quickly. And the best way to do that, like if you have a big list of URLs like this here, this one is 585,585K. The best way to do that is to split them up and then to just process them one by one. Now, I have a big sequence for handling URLs and really scrubbing URL samples, and then I'll pull the metadata and I'll really pre-filter by topical terms. In this case, I pre-filter by physical therapy and occupational therapy terms, and my sample was still enormous, 485K. So that's pretty huge. Like, I like to get under 150K, and so I will filter down to that level as close as possible. But if it's still bigger than that, sometimes I'll have to sometimes I will have to split a list into two chunks or something like that. But pardon me, in this case, the sample is so large that it's going to require several chunks of scraping. And normally you could just come in here and drag the URLs into the section, click grab, and you save those, and then come back here, a couple hours later, drag that one up, drag that one up, drag that one. So you could do that over several hours. It's not really a big deal. But a little easier than that is to use the Automator plugin under the premium plugin section to create a short sequence that sort of semi-automates the process for you. And so I was setting this up earlier and I realized, oh, I made a mistake. For some reason, I was thinking when you go into the Automator file and you select grab emails, it gives you an option to select a local file to grab the emails from. But what that utility is for is to actually pull emails from a file, not to actually pull the emails from the a web page in your harvester list. So you don't want to use that. So I'm going to go ahead and delete some of these modules and kind of start over so that you guys can see from scratch like how I'm doing this. This is a really simple way to use the Automator, but I just wanted to show you guys this just to encourage you to use this and to show you how easy it is, because I avoided the Automator for a long time just because I felt like it had a whole lot going on and it's going to take me forever to really figure it out, and it really did. Like it took me a long time to get really comfortable with using a lot of different things in order, and some of the modules in the Automator, they're based off of the Scrapebox modules, but they sometimes don't work as expected. Some of them actually just don't function properly. And so there's something to, like, you do have to figure it out along the way. So, pardon me, the bigger your sequence becomes, the more you're going to have to debug it. And you have to debug every single step along the way at times. The more complicated it gets. But depending on your process, if you get it figured out, it can be invaluable. And in my business, for list building and that part of my business, I have a sequence for cleaning the URLs. It's like 25 to 30 some odd steps, and it took me a long time to debug it, but it is invaluable. So definitely check this module out, guys. But let's take a look at this use case for just grabbing emails in sequence. So the first thing we want to do, we don't actually want to do the grab emails thing first in the sequence. We actually need to load the harvester list first, and then we'll have the grab emails things grab the emails from the harvester list, excuse me. And we need to go to import URLs into harvester. Now import, and I think, let me see here, transfer harvester URLs. Let's see what this does. Transfer to blogs. That's for blog comments. We don't want that. And I think import and add is like an append. You're appending the list. you're appending URLs into the existing harvester session, but import is like a fresh import, right? So we want to do this and put this at the very top, and we want to select the file to import. And in this case, it's just going to be filtered footprint 1, so I just have them in a row on my desktop. Excuse me. And I also want to duplicate this command probably 6 times, or 5 times. I guess I need 6 in total. So 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to put them like this, alternating. And they're going to be looking at these files in sequence. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm just going to replace that 2 there. Now you can come in here and navigate and select the file, but if it's simple enough to change the name, it will be a little easier to do it like this. 3, and then 4, and then 5, and 6. And so now we need to add the grab emails instructions. Let's see, make sure these are all right. I made a change earlier in one of these line items, and then I looked back at it and it had reverted to something else, and I hadn't even like done anything wild. So you do want to make sure to check your sequence instructions, because I have noticed glitches where values will just arbitrarily change while I'm working in this region. Pardon me. So now we need to add grab emails, and so we'll go grab emails from harvester list. And I'm pretty sure, let's see, there shouldn't be any clear harvester. Yeah, there is a clear harvester grid, but we shouldn't need to do that, because I'm pretty sure that this is a hard import that clears the harvester each time. But out of paranoia, we could add a clear harvester grid instruction. And so we could go import, grab, wait, clear, import, grab, wait, clear, etc. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll just duplicate this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should just need 5, right? And so then we'll go import, grab, wait, clear, import, grab, wait. So just need to put this above each import, right? Yeah, I think so. And it's you see, it's already getting a little confusing, because the more you get in there, it just becomes this, kind of wash of text. So easy to make a mistake. Okay, let's look at the grab emails section. So we're going to grab emails from the harvester list. Excuse me. And then we're going to go save grabbed emails as, and I'm going to put them in this output file, just because I'm going to put this as file name 1 and save it. Now you can use path variables. Like if you hover over this section, you can use variables like time and date, or date time, or whatever. And that might be a way to do variables without having to go in and change the output name each time. And so let's actually do that. Let's say date time is the variable there. So we'll go a little percentage date time percentage dot text. So let's move over here and let me double check that. Date time should be fine. And I'm going to click off and then click back on, and it looks like it's still there. So I'm kind of paranoid about that, because there's nothing worse than like you set up a huge sequence and then you can't find the needle in the haystack that's causing things to not run properly, So make sure to just like triple check everything. Excuse me. Okay, so the grab email section doesn't have anything unique in it. There's no unique variables that we need to change one by one. So we should just be able to copy this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and then just make sure we insert it in the right place. So import, grab, wait, clear, import, grab. So we should put these above the weights. So let's put this above this weight, and then this weight. So I'm going to just check this to make sure we got import this specific file. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's go ahead and duplicate a wait also for the bottom. Yeah. And then it'll end the automator. I'm sure it doesn't matter, but like I like to add the wait in there to give it 5 seconds before going to the next file. Uh, just to so that there's like time to save, like, and there's no processing issues. Like it's probably not even necessary, like, but it's only if you were doing something at a huge scale, the time would add up. But since we only have 6 files, the total wait time is 30 seconds, right? Because it's 5 seconds times 6 files, so it's not that big of a deal, just for paranoia's sake. Anyways, so we have the and then we have the grab, and the grab is the file is a variable on the date and the time, and we don't that really doesn't matter because we're going to combine them all at the end and scrub them, right, and then we're going to verify. So import grab wait clear, 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 wait, and there's no clear. But I guess you could add a clear, like it doesn't matter at the end though, right? So we'll just add a clear at the end just because. Okay, and I'm going to save this file. Excuse me. I want to put this on the desktop. And actually, that wouldn't be such a bad template to use because every everything is going to be named like this for me because of my taxonomy. So like if I ever wanted to do a sequence of grabbing from mail files, I could actually use this template over again. So let me just add this to my Automator file because this could be useful. So let's call this email grab sequence template. And I can just recycle this. If I can just come in here and delete some of the chunks if I ever want to use this again. And so then we'll exit this section. Of course, I'd have to have this output file here on the desktop, which I guess is not a big deal. Let's put this up here. Or let's put it down here. Yeah, put it right over there. Okay, and then we'll exit this. And in order to start this up, we will go, and it should probably, well, we'll go to the Automator, run Automator job, and then we'll go into my folder here and find that Automator file, email grab sequence template, and open. And let's make sure, yep, the emails are running. So this obviously this sequence is going to take some hours. But the cool thing is that I won't actually have to be around for it. Now, if you wanted to get really fancy, you could also come into Scrapebox and configure the under settings. There's a section for, or is it settings, or let's see, options? I think it's under options. You could configure the notification email system if you wanted to actually notify you when that whole thing is finished. And I'm assuming that would work with the Automator, but because if the Automator has a section for sending a notification email, so then you could actually get pinged when it's finished. But excuse me, it's really simple enough for me to just click down onto the server and just see if it's still running in a few hours or whatever, right? But anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. Appreciate you watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you've got any cool sequences that you've got going, and if you have any requests for a sequence that you'd like to see. And I will catch you soon. Thanks. Bye bye.